Well, tax day is behind us for the year, but taxes are really a year-round issue, so it's important to arm yourself with knowledge and to partner with experts who can help navigate what can be a really confusing topic. Norris Lozano is a tax attorney with Days Tax Relief, and he's here to explain how tax attorneys can help you if you maybe find yourself in a little bit of a tax pickle. So let's start by explaining, what is a tax attorney?
So a tax attorney is a specialist in tax law, and a tax attorney is the attorney you want to call if you've got a problem with the IRS or you think you may have a problem.
So yeah, taxes and law, two very scary topics for a lot of people. You combine those two and it gets even scarier. So you guys help resolve a lot of various issues for folks.
Yes, people get scared of the IRS for all kinds of reasons, and we're there to guide them and help protect them.
So let's talk about some of the things that you can help with. I think first and foremost, people are afraid of maybe getting audited, or maybe they haven't paid their taxes or even filed them for several years.
Yeah, so if they haven't filed their taxes, they should be afraid. They need to file their taxes. But they can come to us and we can help them file their taxes and deal with the IRS from that perspective.
So what does that process look like? If I come to you and I say, Norris, I am 5 years behind on filing my taxes, where do we go from here?
I ask you why, and then I tell you I've got to do an investigation to see what's up. And that investigation means that we pull from the IRS your transcripts, and that's their record of you. So they have a complete record of what you are in terms of tax-wise. Then we look at that, and I prepare a case summary, and then I give you a call on the phone and say, look, here's what I figured out, and here's what we've got to do to fix it for you. And we can fix it for you. We can resolve all this. What
kind of documentation would you need from me to help advocate on my behalf? Because that's really what you guys do.
So if you haven't filed your tax returns, we've obviously got to get those filed for you first. And then if we're going to resolve it and say come up with a payment plan because you can't pay all the taxes that you owe, then we'll need documentation for that, unless we're going to do a really short, simple payment plan.
Yeah. So one of the things that you wanted to make really clear was, say people do owe a lot of money in taxes, they're not going to get arrested.
They're not going to get arrested.
Not likely, anyway.
They're not going to get arrested unless they've committed tax crimes, but that's so rare it's unbelievable. So they're not going to get arrested, but they do need to deal with it.
One of the important things, I think, is you're working with the IRS. They're not the bad guy. You said you're actually in collaboration with them because they want these issues resolved too.
You know, not only do they want them resolved, if you can't pay all the taxes, they want to help you. I mean, they're not out there to take you down. They're out there to get their money.
So other than an audit and maybe some unfiled tax returns, what are some other situations people most commonly find themselves in?
Well, when they owe back taxes, they don't know what can happen, so they can pay it over time. They don't know that they can do an installment agreement where they can pay it over 6 years or even longer sometimes, depending upon the amount, or an offer and compromise. If they've, let's say they used to have a successful business and it's changed, it's not doing so well anymore, so they can't afford to pay the taxes they owed. Sometimes we can go in and offer a lesser amount. That's called an offer and compromise.
So it's important, no matter how long it's been since you've not paid or been in a little bit of trouble, it's time to get things resolved.
You know, you're going to sleep better, you're going to be happier, your family's going to be happier. Resolve it.
Well, and the peace of mind of knowing that somebody like you, who is an expert in both areas, is working on behalf of our situation, that's pretty important too.
Not only on behalf, we're there to protect you. I'll go in there and protect you.
I love that. All right, thank you so much. Great information for, again, a really scary and confusing topic for a lot of people. So if you do find yourself in those tax pickles, as we've been calling them, you might want to give Days Tax Relief a call. We do have a special offer for you this morning. Mention Sonoran Living, and the first 50 callers will receive 50% off a tax investigation. You can call Days Tax Relief at 800-803-2000. You can also check them out online. The website is daystaxrelief.com.